The leader of the Namibian delegation, that's Vice President Nangolo Mbumba, was quite stern with the members this morning during the briefing when he said that he wants full yet meaningful participation by Namibia, and that is to be done in the context of bilateral and multilateral affairs, seeing that this is the second Russia-Africa summit that is to focus on economic as well as humanitarian situation. But to tell us more about what Namibia hopes to gain or first to contribute during discussions and gain at the end of the summit, and not just Namibia also, but the rest of the African countries plus Russia, is Ambassador Jerobeam Shaanika, who is the Deputy Executive Director at the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation, responsible for multilateral affairs. Ambassador, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, viewers.
Well, Ambassador, you were present in the briefing this morning where the Vice President actually gave, I wouldn't say marching orders, but the expectations that the country, Namibia, has when summits like this take place. So this time around, before we get to the other matters, Ambassador, this time around, what is Namibia putting on the table?
Well, for any delegation that is participating in a conference in the multilateral setting, you will have to ask yourself, what are my position and how do I advance it, and what are the benefits that I'm getting from? Then you also look into the perspective of bilateral. Are the benefit or are the issue that I'm going to take advantage of this gathering to advance this interest? And as you know, there will be an agreement on trade that is going to be signed. This is one of them that, as you have just alluded to.
Now, we cannot also ignore the geopolitics at the moment where we find ourselves, Ambassador. And not so long ago, there were also questions around Africa's loyalty, or not loyalty, but Africa's position when it comes to what's currently happening in the geopolitical space. Do you think that that issue will also come out strongly during the discussions?
Well, I can give you an example, and I use an analogy from Professor Hans Morgenthau, who said the world is imperfect from the rational point of view as a result of the forces that are inherent in human nature. To improve the world is to work with them, not against them, or those forces. Now, Africa has got a partnership with Europe, with the United States, with India, with Turkey, with China, and many others. And this, we are saying, and to go into what Morgenthau said, we work with partnership in order to improve the world.